Parker the Woodsman here in beautiful Ottawa Lake State Campground. I am officially on vacation and I am officially camping. What I'm here to do today is to test out this kit. This is my $100 budget kit that I designed to be able to last for 7 days. I have a hard time calling it a survival kit, more of a camp/bushcraft kit, but I wanted to put something together that would last 7 days for $100. So what I'm doing right now is I'm scheduled for the next 3 nights and 4 days here at this campsite to test out my gear and see how well it works out. I'm only allowed to use the gear from this bag in order to affect my survival. This includes shelter, fire, water, and calories. I've got 2 1.5 liter bottles of water that I filled up before I left the house, so I've got 3 liters of water. So hang in there with me on this adventure. Stick around for everything I got coming up. But right now, I gotta get this shelter built up. So I will get back to you in a minute. Here it is, just a simple lean-to style shelter, just to get me through the night. We'll see how this goes. Gonna add some heat reflective insulation with my emergency blanket and my Gorilla Tape. So this is home for the night. Time to make a fire and have some dinner. I'm going to show you a mistake that I made while I was getting this fire going. I was in such a hurry, I dropped my lighter right there. If I hadn't have been careful, leaving that lighter there could have been a disaster, because I've only got 3. And losing one could mean life or death. I interrupt this sunset to show you the next step in my survival. I've filled this trash bag up with as many leaves and grasses as I can gather. And I'm going to lay several of these on the bed of my shelter to keep some airspace between me and the ground. Alright, it's after dark and I'm getting hungry, so I'm going to prepare up some dinner. I've got a light mounted to the camera, so you can actually see what I'm doing. But I suppose we could call this a Try-Day Friday, because I'm going to try some food that I don't think I've ever had before. Luncheon loaf from the dollar store. I'm going to pan sear it in some olive oil and toss the meat chunks in with some ramen. Yummy. It smells like cat food. It just... not exactly an appetizing sound. I'm going to preserve that chunk for breakfast, lunch. All right, let's throw that on the fire. Well, it doesn't look great, but it's supposed to be food. I've decided that what I'm going to do is eat this first and then make my ramen and eat that, because I know I like ramen. I don't know if I want to mix this luncheon loaf with the ramen, so bottoms up. It's not terrible. Really the consistency that's the problem. Frying it in the oil like that toughened up the outside a little bit, which is good. The inside consistency reminds me of shredded dark meat turkey. Very fatty. Nothing holding it together. Maybe almost like liver, but with a distinctly hammy taste. It's edible. Kind of tastes like a hot dog. I'd rather have hot dogs. Sure makes me miss fruit snacks. But I'm gonna munch on this and then cook up some ramen. All right. I cleaned my plate. Let's head over to the kitchen. All right. Real food. I think what I'm going to do is, in the interest of conserving and rationing, I'm going to try the 2 packets of noodles with just 1 packet of the bouillon standpoint of reducing the amount of sodium that I'm taking in so I'm not dehydrating myself. I've only been here a few hours and I've probably used up about a liter of the 3 liters of water that I've brought. The other challenges that I'm running into right now are the ground is very muddy and it's still wet, but just a couple inches under that it's frozen. The weather wasn't cold today. In fact, it got up to almost 60 degrees, but it's been very windy. I'm sure you can hear it in the microphone, even with the microphone cover on. That wind is just blowing, and I can feel it cooling me down. So this hot meal before I go lay down in bed is going to be very good. And after I eat, I'm going to bundle up in all the warm clothes that I brought and get inside my shelter so that I'm at least protected from the wind. But that tastes really good. So I'm going to eat this and I'll catch up with you before bedtime. So here I am in my little survival shelter. I've got my garbage bags filled up with fluff as much as I could get. Got my hoodie, my coat, got some nice wool socks on, and my wool jacket that I'll use as a bit of a blanket. Got a nice little fire going. This wind is almost dangerous because wind can be just as bad in terms of survival as the heat or the cold. But I'm going to power through and see how this goes tonight. So it's just shy of 9 o'clock p.m. It is currently 56 degrees and it's supposed to get about 10 or 12 degrees colder tonight. So we'll see how that goes. But other than that, I'm comfy, I'm cozy. I'll see you in the morning. So in the meantime, remember, be prepared, get outdoors, and respect Mother Nature. Welcome to Woodsman. I'll see you in the morning.